Namaskar friends, I welcome you back to video 7 of week 6. In today's video, we will talk about linguistic identity, leakage in legal and digital evidence, how region, class, culture and personality embedded in the language. Today, we'll explore something subtle yet incredibly powerful, that is linguistic identity leakage. Every time someone speaks or writes, little traces of who they are slip out in form of their religion, in form of their education level, in form of their socio-economic background, in form of their personality, in form of their emotional state, rather in form of their cultural upbringing. All these things come out and reflects the way they speak and write. Friends, these traces appear when people are trying not to reveal anything. And in forensic linguistics, these fingerprints become crucial indicators. When it comes to understanding what is linguistic identity leakage, we can represent this idea as identity leakage happens when individuals unintentionally reveal information about themselves through linguistic patterns. For example, a single word choice, a preferred phrase, a habitual punctuation style. Like some people have a habit of putting 3 dots at the end of every social media post. A consistent abbreviations, even the tempo of speech. These seemingly small choices tell us about the speaker's background, mindset and the influence. Friends, leakage is not deliberate expression. This is linguistic DNA. Now, we need to understand why this identity leakage matters in the legal context. In law, identity leakage helps answer critical questions like who wrote this? Who sent this message? Does this witness belong to a community they claim? Is this testimony truly theirs or rehearsed? Does a digital threat match the linguistic habit of the accused or not? Language reveals what individuals try to hide. And when we do this, friends, leakage becomes a silent witness. When it comes to regional identity, friends, it surfaces in syntax, lexicon and pronunciation. For example, a Delhi speaker may end with na. तुम कर लोगे ना? ये हो जाएगा ना? It ends with n in na. A Gujarati speaker may use English verbs with Gujarati endings. A Bengali speaker may soften consonants. A South Indian speaker may show syllable timed rhythm, even in English. These markers appear in spoken testimonies, FIR narrations, and even in WhatsApp messages. Courts have used these markers to identify anonymous callers and authors of ransom notes. Friends, not only this, even the language reflects educational exposure. When it comes to spelling, verb consistency, sentence complexity, use of idioms, incorrect transfer from mother tongue, misspellings like indefinitely, the spelling is different, receive where IE is replaced, or the spelling of permanent is misspelled. These kind of things become habitual markers. Now, You must be curious to know that how would I know that what kind of common mistakes I do while typing. Do one thing. You open Notepad in a computer or laptop and you type. After typing, you copy and paste to Word. You'll get to know about the spelling errors. The biggest issue with we people is the feature of autocorrect, be it WhatsApp or Microsoft Word. Where it's auto-corrected, we make such kind of mistake and that becomes habit. But from forensic lens, that habit helps us to narrow down the suspect. Friends, in several cyber stalking cases, court linked fake accounts to suspects based on consistent grammatical errors and stylistic patterns. Friends, even the values that we find in words that reveal the cultural identity. Culture affects the metaphors, emotions, and the way people narrate events. A culturally rooted speaker may say, मेरी इज्जत का सवाल था. Another may describe fear as नजर लग गई थी. These expressions carry cultural weight. A forensic linguist helps courts understand whether such phrases were naturally produced or artificially planted. Friends, what tone reveals about the speaker? We get to know from personality leakage. Tone exposes personality. A controlling partner may use conditional threats. For example, if you don't come, you will regret it. A narcissistic communicator may rarely apologize. A passive personality may overuse softening phrases like maybe, I think. Courts studying harassment cases often rely on tone pattern analysis to understand behavioral dynamics. Friends, personality leakage helps create a linguistic profile. Now, when it comes to digital anonymity, people believe that digital anonymity is a myth. Even when someone uses a fake account, their language betrays them. Their spacing patterns, their emoji usage, the timing of messages, their transliteration style. क्या कर रहे हो versus क्या कर रहे हैं versus क्या कर रहे हो. These become powerful indicators during cybercrime investigations. Let's understand with one case example where a WhatsApp threat linked through linguistic fingerprints. In a blackmail case, investigators identified the suspect because the anonymous messages contained the same rare spelling habits, such as substituting you with yu, using how are you. Instead of writing HOWAREYOU question mark, right, he used to use HRU question mark and consistently avoiding punctuations. These patterns matched the suspect's normal texting style from recovered chats. Language became the bridge between anonymous voice and the confirmed identity. Let's talk about identity leakage in the courtroom testimonies. When witnesses speak freely, their natural linguistic identity leaks. But when they are coached, their linguistic behavior becomes too uniform. Courts often detect coaching because the witness' natural accent, rhythm, or vernacular usage vanishes. Authentic testimony carries natural inconsistency, just like authentic human behavior. Now, if you want to be an identity detective, being a forensic linguist, what your job can be? Your job can be to identify two natural patterns, forced patterns, attempts to conceal identity, attempts to imitate another identity, attempts to neutralize regional markers. You study not just what is said, but how it is said. Its rhythm, texture, cultural shape that plays the vital role. And when it happens, believe me, identity leakage becomes your evidence. The new laws emphasize mental state and intention. The linguistic identity leakage helps courts assess whether the accused genuinely understood the threat or not, or whether the complainant's fear was culturally reasonable or not. The witness version matches their linguistic background. Identity is not cosmetic, is evidentiary. Friends, identity is not just a demographic concept. It is woven into every sentence we speak or we write. We talked a lot about identity today, right? I hope that you must have enjoyed this video. In the next video, we will examine how linguistic deception and guilt signals in digital and spoken communication, which is a crucial area for modern investigators. So friends, until I catch you there in the next video, stay tuned to the course. Till then, thank you very much. Namaskar.